Donovan Bailey Running Things coming at you for the first time in the month of August. Wow, time just continues to fly. Jason Portuondo alongside my brethren, the living legend, Mr. Donovan Bailey. It is August the 4th. It's a long weekend here in Canada. Some big things going on all week long where you are as well, DB. Ayad, if you will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. In Jamaica, it is a long weekend here, but we don't celebrate Caribana in Jamaica. In Jamaica, Caribana is not a holiday weekend. That's definitely in Ontario and in Canada, where millions and millions of people fly from all over the world to celebrate our Caribbean heritage. Mm-hmm. However, in Jamaica, on Friday, it was Emancipation Day, which is as important for Black people and the Black culture. And I think it's always important for people to understand that. And then in 2 days from now, it's going to be our Independence Day. Or the Jamaica's Independence Day. So yeah, it is a long weekend. It's this celebration of freedom, and then of course celebration of accomplishments with Independence Day on its way. And we know that you're in Toronto, and there's 10 million crazy people flying from all over the world to come and party and enjoy the festivities.
I thought you were going to maybe fly home, jump up, and then get back to your business in Jamaica, but you never did.
No, sir. No, sir. My jump up days. Funny, I think that the last time I actually went to Caribana and jumped up, I was probably in my early 20s. Late teens, probably.
Okay.
I mean, other than that, I've gone to a couple of parties and stuff, but yeah, that's it. But I mean, I'm talking about like I'm attended the parade in many years.
Yeah, you seem to me more like a dance hall guy than more of a jump up. So that does surprise me. Man, we got a lot to discuss. I mean, we could have a whole show just on the U.S. trials alone. Never mind touching on Canada and the U.K. as well. Absolute fireworks on and off the track. Literally, when you think about what went on with Christian Coleman and Shakira Richardson, what went on with Kenny Bednarek, and obviously Noah Lyles. I mean, wow, a lot to discuss. A 16-year-old, DB, a 16-year-old. I know you don't like running more than 100 meters. We're not talking football yet. But there is a 16-year-old by the name of Cooper, who, my goodness, DB, set a world youth record. We're going to talk about that. But man, did you get a chance to watch? You can't watch all of it; it's impossible. But a good chunk of it, at least.
I definitely had some interest in watching all three. So I didn't get a chance to watch them all live, but certainly, I picked up on a couple of clips, and plus I spoke to a couple of journalist friends as well as some coaches and some old athletes. So yeah, I had a chance to take a look and hear and see all the goings-ons on the track, as well as you said, some listening to and understanding and at least observing the drama off the track or on the track or off the track.
We're going to try to cover most of it. Can't cover it all, obviously, but yeah, we're going to talk about Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. I mean, unbelievable sprint double, first time that's happened for U.S. at the Nationals since Tori Edwards in 2003. Noah Lyles with a world leading 1963 in the deuce. We're talking about Cooper Lutkenhaus as well, the 16-year-old. This side of things, Blake breaking a meet record. A lot to get to, so let's get right to it. As always, off the top with our race of the week, brought to you by BioPods. Check out biopods.com to empower your every step. This race was lit.
The one thing that Kenny Bednarek cannot do in this race, he cannot leave it late. And that's why you see him going right past the world champion, Noah Lyles. But now he has to hold everybody off, including Noah.
Bednarek, as Noah Lyles tries to reel him in. Lyles slightly ahead and looks over and says, I'm still the world champion, and a little bit of a push there.
A little bit of a push there now. So once you cross the stripe, the race is over. We know that, but it was far from over because of the antics afterwards. We'll get to the race in a second. What was your initial thought when you saw the shove from Kenny to the back of Noah?
You know what? I actually thought that because Noah was on the outside of Kenny,
Right.
I thought Noah ran in his lane. Seriously, that's
Yeah. Oh
because
yeah,
to me,
and the glare too.
forget the glare. Forget the glare. I'm just saying to you that I thought that and they were finished the race and they were obviously running into the curve, right? So I thought that Noah Lyles ran into Kenny's lane and then Kenny just pushed him. I didn't think of it as obviously it's huge news because it is. But yeah, I really just thought that Noah, Noah's gonna do what Noah's gonna do, and I thought he ran into his lane and Kenny pushed him. I didn't think anything of it. I hope that's not the case. I hope these guys don't get penalized. We know that there's a lot of chirping. I love the fact that there's chirping. As long as you don't touch anybody, and you can say whatever you want. You can go and do whatever antics you want to carry on. If that's how you're going to be motivated to be your very best and go to the world championships and win, absolutely go ahead.
Yeah, and this thing is far from over because we're going to see a lot of Kenny Noah over the next few months here, both in the 100 and the 200. So, okay, to the race itself now. And it was weird because not often you see a guy pass somebody like that and then the other guy re-rallies to come back and beat you. But Noah Lyles, man, give the guy credit, whether you like him or not. A world-leading 19.63. Hasn't really raced that much this year, so that was impressive.
Well, I mean, hey man, Noah is the reigning world champion, so obviously the
Yeah.
focus is not on peaking for the trials, but he knows that and also, but he wants to reestablish himself as the best 200-meter speed endurance guy in the world. So the race itself, the execution really wasn't a surprise to me. I know that I think Kenny wants to step on him. I mean, Kenny's 9.7 speed now, right? So I think
Yeah.
that when I saw Kenny leading off the curve, I thought that, man, this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting because both of these guys run. I mean, they both do really good speed endurance. The really good speed endurance races they have. I mean, 200 and 400. You put Kenny or Noah, they're both going to give you pretty good times. So when Kenny was leading off the turn, I thought, okay, let's see who's going to tie up, and let's see who stays relaxed. And ultimately, Noah Lyles, the 100-meter champion in the Olympics, just because he held his own, just because he stayed in the pocket, just because he relaxed, just because he stayed tall, just because he breathed, and that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God, he's just relaxing, and Kenny was tying up a little bit. So I probably can sense a little bit of the frustration with Kenny, but I got to tell you this, and let me warn you, Kenny, don't let Noah get in your head, dude. If you let Noah get in your head, it's over. It is over. You'll never beat him at the. You might do a one-off in the Diamond League, because I'm letting you know this. I've gotten, in my day, I've gotten to a few people's heads, and in the Diamond League, of course, you let a guy beat you, whatever. But when it matters, I never got beaten, and I'm saying to you that Kenny, just maybe you sit back. It's a bad day at the office. Made a couple of mistakes. All's good. But good race all in all, man. But Noah did his thing.
Yeah, and hey, Kenny, first race since June 1st. Don't forget he pulled out of the Prefontaine, had those
Right.
adductor issues with some tightness. So, and you're bang on. He said he was cramping, but he said I got to go for it, right? And
Right.
whether or not Noah's in his head, we don't know. Only Kenny will know. But I think I saw a stat. He's now 2-13 all time against Lyles in the deuce. So,
But either way,
to be continued.
yeah, either way, what this does for sports fans and track and field fans is create a fantastic rivalry that
Yes.
we're going to see. So we're going to see great products. So so Kenny, we know that Kenny had added his name, to the big rivalry. The big. Well, I guess there's a group of rivals now. So you've got Noah, Kenny, Kishane, Oblique, Zarnell Hughes, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. So Akeem Blake. There's always going to be 3 or 4 Americans, but you see that there's a few guys added their names to the rivalry list.
Yes.
And so every time 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them line up, you're going to see fireworks. And ultimately, what the fans want to see is the very best of these athletes at their very best lining up in Japan.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that.
All I can ask for. All I can ask for. Robert Gregory rounding out the top 3. On the outside looking in, Courtney Lindsay, Arian Knight, and Christian Coleman among some of the other names. Okay, so you spoke of Kenny going 9.7. He did exactly that in the 100 meters. And his time in 9.75, second fastest to just Kashane when it comes to a world lead of 9.75. That's a personal best for Kenny, his first 100-meter U.S. title. I know there was a lot of wind going on, but it was still legal at 1.8.
Well, hey, man, it is what it is. The legal win is 2.0.
Yes.
So the race has to be 2.0 or less. It doesn't matter. Good race for him. He's been quite consistent. You know what? I think technically I kind of like how Kenny runs the 100. It's going to be very interesting to see Kenny and Noah, which you can see with their stride pattern and their gait are more speed endurance guys, going up against people like Oblique and Kishane, who are more power speed sprinters. So it'll be really interesting to see like how they do it. I mean, and again, as we know, the 100 meters, you can't recover really from any 1 or 2 mistakes. You can't. You don't have enough time. So it'll be really interesting to see the different stride patterns against each other in the real speed determination competition, which is the 100 meters at the games.
Yeah, Bednarek 9.79. Courtney Lindsay, second, 9.82. Tamara McCallum was third, 9.83. So those 3 will move on to Worlds.
Top 6 times. So top 6 times in the world is Jamaica and the U.S.
Yes. And I was going to say those are the top 3 finishers. Of course, Noah gets the automatic bye, being the reigning champ in the 1 and the 2. Trayvon Bromell outside looking in, Christian Coleman on the outside looking in. But yeah, Kenny Bednarek, man. I mean, hey, I always think of him more of a deuce runner, but in the 100, I guess you gotta put his name there firmly in the list there.
I think the professionalization of the sport is allowing these kids to, young men, to do what they do, and it's very obvious that you have a couple of guys that are exceptional at doubling, and obviously we are talking about 2 of the current very best.
Yeah, 100%. And so you're right. Looking at the top 6 times, you got Kashane, you got Bednarek, Lavelle, Lindsay, Seville, and McCallum. So yeah, you're right. It's a Jamaica USA affair. Ladies' side of things, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. My goodness, 10.65. That's a personal best. It's a world lead. The win was only 0.4, so very, very legal. That is tied for the 5th fastest all time when it comes to sprinting 100 meters. He's tied with now Sha'Carri Richardson, Sharika Jackson, and Marion Jones.
I'm surprised that wasn't the race of the day, Jason.
Well, it could have been, but just because of the antics with Bednarek and Lyles, that was the only reason why.
I got it. Hey, man, I got it. We're good.
There's no wrong answer, right?
No harm done. No harm done. No wrong answer. But yes, I've been telling you this all year.
Yes, you have.
Melissa is on a mission. Melissa is on a mission, and she is certainly executing very well. She is in a league by herself in America, right? On the American team, and that showed in the race. But I tell you, it's going to be an incredible toss-up between her and Julian Alfred. I'm telling you this because I saw some of the mistakes that Julian made.
Right.
But then again, I probably shouldn't discuss that. I should talk about Melissa and no, listen. I mean, no excuses. I shouldn't talk. I should definitely talk about Melissa and what she's done all year. And the expectation is that the 100-meter women, the top two medals are going to St. Lucia and the U.S. We already know that. I mean, wait, Julian and Melissa. It's not even because we know that there's only one sprinter from St. Lucia. So if I said St. Lucia, then it's only one.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be no one between those two ladies. And yeah, Melissa looks unbeatable right now. I mean, the track in Eugene's very fast. So for me, if I'm gonna have a slight favorite going into the World Championships, it would still be Julian.
Really? Okay. I think you're gonna say Melissa. Yeah. She's undefeated.
Oh,
She's just doing everything right as she gets faster as the rounds go on, and man, 10.65 is boogieing. So bring it on. You're right. Bring it on. And as mentioned off the top of the show, Melissa's the first to double with the 1 and 2 since Tori Edwards back in 2003. She runs the second fastest deuce this year behind only, yes, Julian Alfred. So we might have a 1-2 rivalry here when it comes to those distances, not just the positions. She goes in 21.84. Alfred's got the fastest this year in 21.71.
Well, hey, I mean, again, this is fantastic. Popcorn eating entertainment for track fans and for sports fans around the world. You're seeing the two current greatest ladies going at it, and they're going at it in two events. Absolutely. And then, of course, we're talking about people like Shericka Jackson probably getting her legs back under her. Elaine Thompson is out for this year, and obviously we have several other women sprinters that also going to throw their hat in the ring. There's always going to be 8 competitors, So we as an audience and fans get to benefit by watching these incredible ladies do what they do.
Yeah.
At the highest level.
Yes, sir. Anavia Battle was second. Gabby Thomas third. Got to mention Sha'Carri Richardson because she was a part of the 200 mix and then had that domestic dispute, arrested for an alleged incident with her boyfriend, Christian Coleman, that at an airport. I want to say Tacoma. We want to see Sha'Carri obviously on the track. And that just unfortunately, wasn't the case for her this weekend in Oregon.
Listen, here's the problem.
Okay.
Here's the problem when I look at things like this, and every time I see some of the current athletes that are competing, I'm like, man, we didn't have social media.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's got a camera. Yep.
We didn't have social media. Every human being with a smartphone is now a journalist. So so some of the craziness that you hear about right now, this is not new. It's absolutely not new. This is stuff that's been happening for 100 years. I mean, people have gone into competition dealing with all kinds of issues and traumas and dramas, right? For me, I mean, I don't know what happened. It's unfortunate that it's unfortunate it gets reported, right? Because at the end of the day, unless someone's hurt badly, then it doesn't need to be part of the sport, doesn't need to be part of reporting, but it's all news now, So that being said, don't know if it affected Christian in his bid to make the team in the events. Don't know if it affected Sha'Carri either. But I'm just hoping that whatever the issues are, it's put behind them.
Yeah.
And they can get back to it. They can get back to to being professionals. I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm not. The advice again that I have is that when I see them, anytime I run into these kids, I'm like, yo, dude, whatever is going on, man, we did that and 50,000 billion things more. The fact is, we didn't have anyone to report on it. And or maybe someone saw it. They're like, "Oh, I saw something." The news would have died 2 people later because it would be hearsay. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, I'm hoping it all goes well. They're both on the team. The rest of the season's here. Get out, get ready, and entertain. Run fast. Do your thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately for her, I mean, geez, been a rough year for her off the track more than it has on the track with injuries. Now
Right.
we're wishing the best for Sha'Carri Richardson. Oh, by the way, in the women's 100, Kayla White was second, 10.84. Aaliyah Hobbs third, 10.92. In the 400, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, just being Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, 48.90. That close, DB, to Sonia Richards-Ross from back in the Athens Games in 2006. I want to say when Richards-Ross ran 48.70. Sydney, do you have anything to add there with her? I mean,
in a league by herself, also.
exactly.
And again, this is one of track and field's superstars.
Yes.
Today. So yeah. I mean, listen. What didn't you expect from her?
Yep.
I mean, you know
right.
what I mean. What didn't you expect? I mean, you knew she was going to win, and you knew there's going to, you knew that there's going to be daylight between her and second place.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, so is she gonna? So here, let me get this now, Mr. Statsman.
Yes.
Is she gonna run the flat quarter, the worlds, or she's going back into the hurdles?
Flat. She's running the flat. She cannot qualify for the hurdles unless she runs in the Diamond League, wins some races there, and then wins the final. Because don't forget, we keep saying it, Femke Bol is the reigning world champion when it comes to the 400 hurdles. We always think of Sydney winning everything. So 100% she's running in the flat. And I'm going to predict she's got a really good chance to break the record there. I know that it's fast in Eugene and quickly.
The American record or the world record?
The American record.
Okay.
American. Wow. Oh, not the world record. Sorry, American record. Yeah. But just quickly, are you tired of Eugene being the host? Should they be moving it around? Like, what's your quick take on that? It's always there. It feels like.
Listen, don't care. Don't care as long as I don't care as long as there's great weather, great attendance, great TV, great performances. I don't. I mean, I like consistency, and Eugene's always provided that. From the start of competition way back in the day till this year. It would be good to do it elsewhere. I mean, I trained at Louisiana State University and I was at University of Texas. So I know that both of those, but I don't think that the facilities would match what they have in Eugene. But you do, and there's lots of other places. It's America, bro. There's lots and lots of fantastic facilities. But Eugene seemed to do a great job, and there's some great times coming out of there. So listen, why not?
All right. I just like moving it around, share the wealth. Anyways, I do want to speak quickly. I know you're not an 800 guy, but Cooper Lutkenhaus is 16 years old. He ran 142.27. That obliterates his personal best, which was the previous high school record, by 3 full seconds. He blows away the world youth record by over a full second. He finished second in the 800 meters, DB, behind Donovan Brazier, who's a great story in his own right because he won the Worlds in 2019. Back then, he became the new American record holder, beating Johnny Gray, but he hasn't raced in almost 3 years. Wow. But Cooper, the guy's 16.
Here you go. Yes, as a fan, and you know me, I'm not going to sit around to watch the 8 unless it's exciting.
No, I get it. That's what I'm telling you about.
Or there's a guy named Donovan running. Then I have to. Donovans always support Donovans.
That's there's a Donovan Brazier. Yes.
No, but I saw the race, dude, and I'm like, you know what? This kid. You know what though? Pure adrenaline. Pure adrenaline.
Right.
I mean, not pure adrenaline. Clearly, he's exceptionally.
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
What I mean, 142 at 16, Jason.
Right.
That is hauling. That's hauling it, bro. That's all, you understand these distance things more than I do. But yeah, I mean, I was just like, that kid is 16 and he's lighting it up against the pros. Wow. Anyways, congratulations to him.
Some are saying it's the best thing they've seen all year on the track, and it's hard to argue that at the age of 60. And it was a stacked field because Bryce Hoppel was in there as well, the American record holder. You also had Josh Hoey in there. He's the world indoor champ from this year. It was a huge accomplishment. So Yeah, just wanted to shout him out quickly. And speaking of the 800, I think Mo Nikolaev did not show up. So unfortunate there. You're repping your red and white. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is Donovan Bailey Running Things. That is the man right there. I'm Jason Portuondo. Jerome Blake with a new meet record. I love the way we say that. A new record. Any record is damn new. So a meet record in the 200 in Ottawa. That was phenomenal stuff. He runs 19.95. And if I said to you, DB, there's going to be a record in the deuce at the meet, you would think, oh, yeah, it's probably Andre DeGrasse. Andre wasn't even there.
Well, no. Well, I wouldn't have said Andre this year.
Okay.
Jerome Blake. Jerome deserves his flowers, man. He's been very consistent. He's been very confident, which I love. I think that Jerome finally believes that he belongs.
Right.
And I think that's such an incredible thing. Running sub 20 at our national championships or trials is something that needs to be seen. Running sub 10 is also something that needs to be seen. That's how I left the sport. And so I expect to see that. Jerome, you can hold your head up high. I mean, I understand your anticipation for the 100 meters because I think you want to kind of come and show the home crowd that you believe that you're now the man. But he has been the most consistent sprinter representing Canada this year. And so, yeah, man, I mean, congratulations to him. Congratulations to him in the deuce and setting it is a championship record. Well, whatever it is.
Right. Meet record.
The meet record. Well, you know what? Why not? Why not? He deserves it. He will be running the 100 and the 200. I want to see what he does when he lines up in the 100, especially, and his consistency this year. I want to see what he looks like in the real raw speed and power race, which is the 100. But he looked really good in the deuce. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, he beats Brendan Rodney's old mark. I think it was 9.96, I'm not mistaken. So he just barely eclipsed it. But
19.
Yes, 1996. Yes, 1996. Yes. Okay. Anyways, Aaron Brown, by the way, was second, and Elia Jibby was third. So good to see some different names in different places. And we should mention as well when it comes to the 100, Dwayne Oamoto. There's a name you've been talking about for a while, and able to put it all together and win in the guys 100.
Well, yeah, Dwayne is an up and comer. He's a little older, but he's definitely been plying the trade for a while. Mm-hmm. He's been attempting to get in there, get in a couple of Diamond League, making the team. And I've expected good things from Dwayne as well as Eli Jigby. I mean, these are the two young guys that you don't hear about. I mean, obviously Andre is probably the best known, and then you have his three relay partners, lesser known relay partners, but the lesser known is Dwayne and Ellie, and I expected both of those guys to do great things. I mean, I definitely have huge expectations of them. It's good to see Dwayne win the national championships, but it's all about times, right? At the end of the day, there's qualifying standards for the 100 meters to make it. I hope that there's some room for him to get it so he can go and represent Canada.
Yeah. 10-12 for Oamoto, Aaron Brown second, 10-13, Elia Jibby 10-21, rounding out the top three there. Ladies side, Audrey Leuk. That's all you need to know. Audrey wins the 100 and 11:06. Good race though, because Sinead McCreeth was right there too, 11:09. And Jacqueline Madogo rounds out the top three, 11:21. Audrey Leuk just, flexing her pecs.
Yeah, I saw the race, man. Listen, Audrey Leuk is executing quite well. I mean, I saw some mistakes that Sade made. Mm-hmm. If Sade ran the race that she ran when she ran 10:95, with her execution and staying relaxed at about 80 meters, just breathing, pumping her arms, having her diaphragm staying high, I mean, it would have been a closer race, I think, because Sade was out. She was out, man. And ultimately, what she has to do, she has to execute and understand that she, with a shorter stature, right, has to perfect the last 80 meters. Leduc is a taller sprinter. All like her, like I'm 6'1", almost 6'2". So if I had a bad start, it didn't matter to me, right? That's really where Audrey is. And so all she has to do is stay relaxed and execute for the last, all she's got to do is go through the motions of execution. With Sade, she has to execute and stay relaxed. She has to get out and then, kind of, come get me, kind of thing. And then at 80, 90 meters, she has to stay tall. She has to stay tall and relax. But anyways, either way, I'm so happy, Jason, that we're talking about two Canadian ladies that are going to be running and representing Canada, wearing and repping the maple leaf at the World Championships. There'll be two Canadians, so two Canadian ladies. So I'm so happy for that. It's great for the sport, and it's great for all those young female Canadians understanding that there's, you've got at least two women right now that can make it on the high can make it at the highest level on the highest stage.
Audrey Leuk winning the deuce as well, 22:55. Zoe Scherer second, 22:78, and Jacqueline Madogo third, 22:81. Savannah Sutherland, Bowerman hopeful, just 51:51, and she does her thing, winning the 400, and Christopher Morales Williams doing the same thing on the guys' side. We should mention though, DB. Marco Arop was able to win the 800 as expected, but a 23-year-old by the name of Justin O'Toole gave him quite the scare. So to put this in perspective, we talked about the 800, right? And how fast that 16-year-old went. Arop won his 800 in 1:45:44. That just goes to show you.
That 16-year-old kid would drop licks at our national championships. That's crazy.
There you go.
Here's the deal for me though. Okay. We know that Marco's going to show up. We know that Marco's going to be able to. For sure. So I'm not worried about the time. What I do like, of the entire team, and we know that Ethan won, and we know that Carmen, and we know
for sure. That's
the Canadian throwers are going into Worlds to get medals. That's what they're going in to participate. But what I do like, from a national program perspective, is that our team looks really good. The veterans are showing up, and some of the young upstarts are making their names known.
Yep, fair enough. And before we wrap, UK nationals also taking place. There are so many: Germany and Sweden, Finland, Nigeria. It was going on and on and on. Ladies first, Dena AsherSmith, as they call her, 22:14. Dena able to win over Amy Hunt and Daryl Nita. That in the deuce. Amy Hunt able to win the 100 on the ladies' side.
She's young, dude. I mean, she's one of the young ladies coming. Like I said, a young upstart making her name known. Amy is one of those people. I mean, Dena is expected. I mean, Dena training with Julian. Actually, no, I think that she mentioned that she's back in London now. But either way, her preparation has been very well. It's been going very well, and so the Canadians, the U.S. is the biggest trials this week, anyways. But the Canadians and Brits, you are gonna have finalists at Worlds, so it's very important for us to mention them. So the British competition, absolutely fantastic. With I think that did you mention Zarnell Hughes?
No, I didn't get there yet. I was going to get to that. Okay. I just want to mention Amy Hunt, 11:02. Desiree Henry, second, 11:32. And Daryl Nita, DQ. So that's shocking there, right? Because she's obviously one of the top runners in the UK. But yes, Zarnell Hughes, sweeping on the guys' side, wins the 100 in 9:94, wins the deuce in 1990.
Another man doubling. Yep. Like we talked about. Noah and Kenny Bednarek earlier. Zarnell Hughes can definitely throw his hat in the ring as one of those young men who can jump in the 100 or jump in the 200 and make it interesting with the very best that's competing today. So yeah, I mean, again, I watched Zarnell from he was going to high school in Jamaica. So what he's doing today, absolutely expected. Looking forward to and ensuring that he stays injury free during the next few weeks, so that all of the people, all of the aforementioned, all of the athletes we discussed today, they will be in Japan and ripe and ready and be at their max.
Yes, Zarnell Hughes, 994. Jeremiah Azu, the world indoor champ, over 60, 997. Louis Hinchcliffe, 1001. And then it was Yona Polko winning, actually second, sorry, in the Deuce, 2042. And Ethan Wiltshire, third, 2051. Man, oh man, what a show that was. Hey, this is going to be something when we get to Tokyo in September. I cannot wait because the plot just seems to thicken every week.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's that time of year, and you watched all the athletes compete before they go to their country's trials, and then you see like Brian Lavelle, and then you see like all of the athletes that you get the trials, so that anxiety of making a team is over. So now you can relax and tinker with your race, and you and your coach can work on things, and you can go, on the Diamond League or on the circuit, anyways, and you can do in race mistakes against the very best. So you're gonna see some fantastic times between now and the Worlds. You're gonna see it because I think the anxiety of most of the athletes now have made their national teams, the ones that's gonna show up and show out in Japan. So yeah, I think that this is the last of the real big important trials that's gonna make an impact in Japan. And so yeah, Jason, it's gonna be like right now you're gonna have the athletes that make the team that are very relaxed, and then the athletes that didn't make the team, that knew they should have made the team, that's mad as hell, that's going to be competing against guys who are going to be on the team. Yeah, so this is probably the most interesting time coming up in the season.
Track and field, gotta love it. Only sport where you have a 16-year-old like Cooper Lutkenhaus taking on a 28-year-old Donovan Brazier in the 800. Age is just a number when it comes to track and field. I need to shout out our good friends at Biopods and Great Canadian Sauce Company for their continued sponsorship of this program. We ask that you please continue to like, share, follow, download, subscribe, be a part of this podcast. I'm Jason Portuondo saying thank you as always for the company. The living legend, my brother, will take us out.
Until next time, peace out.